Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Back to throw. Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
On fourth down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. This is taken at the 23. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 77-yard punt return. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case,
a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Rams are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Now Fields. He'll go right back to 10. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Fields. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. To the air again, Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Olave holds it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Saints. So how about the game he's having? He had the punt return earlier for a touchdown. Now the kick return to balance things out.
And oftentimes, guys who are on punt return and kickoff return, many of them are the same guys. And they're devoted to a return guy who can break big plays. And when that happens and they know it's there, they're going to block that much harder and be that much more skillful, as well as utilizing his talents. And this is what you get. Punt return, kick return, a huge game.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. On play action, Fields. It got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's
touchdown, L.A. Jerry Jeudy, 43 yards. And the Rams get a bit closer. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Lawrence's throw caught by Olave. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He gets it complete to A.T. Perry. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be fourth down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Got an open man. It's Olave. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. So they convert on fourth, and now from just outside the 30, here's first and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And some space here. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 23 yards on the tuck and run. On play action, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a second and goal. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Lawrence will throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jamario Davis. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
He's got room at the 30. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Tonyan 43 yards. And the Rams take the interception.